So, oh, okay, look at that. Okay, spawning here on top right side of the map, we have our random race, which came out to be Terran. The blue Terran, we have Pytix. And on the upper left side of the map, we have our Puros player. I am Risk Taker, aka Risk na lang, para mas madaling banggitin. Kasi ang haba ng I am Risk Taker, parang babanggitin po. Ilang syllables din, ilang precious seconds din ang kailangan mo consume just to utter his name. Wow. So anyway, pakilala ko lang yung players sa mga first time watching. No, I believe most of you who are watching hindi na yung first time, pero let's just say, what if may mga first timers. So, upper right side, tingnan si Pytix. Pytix is actually, I'm not sure kung ano talaga yung main race niya. Pero he just plays whatever. And, yun, playstyle niya, I won't say it's standard, pero he's more of, let's say, creative. Very creative na player. Nalala ko yung first game ko with him, I was Protoss. He played random and ako yung Terran. And drinapan niya ako ng siege tank with some bio and na-takedown niya yung may Nexus ko. It was crazy and totally unexpected. So, mga ganung plays you can expect from Pytix. While, on the other side, si yung Protoss player natin, si I am Risk Taker, aka Risk, he is known for two things. Actually, three things. One, he is called the Pechay King. And speaking of Pechay King, nagtanim na siya ng assimilator, stealing the gas of Pytix, delaying any factory tech moving forward. So Pytix has to deal with this by sending some SCVs to destroy the assimilator or using the Marines. Because otherwise, madedelay siya sa tech, hindi siya makakaput down ng factory and he won't be able to build the more powerful units that are necessary to actually win against Protoss. And trivia lang guys alam nyo ba, among all three gas, ano ba tawag dito? Mga pang-harvest ng gas. Yung refinery, we have the extractor for Zerg and assimilator. Yung pinaka-highest vision is actually assimilator. Just look at that Enough ko yung vision ni Pytix but look at that assimilator. Ang lawak ng vision Compare that to extractor and refinery, mas maliit lang yung vision nila. Yeah, so konting lang yan, trivia. Anyway, so Marines are being built, 2 racks. I guess napilitan lang si Pytix to respond with the 2 racks because of that castle. Anyway, si Risk is known for the Pechay King. One, because mahilig siya magtanim ng tinatawag nating Pechay. What's Pechay? It's the photon cannon rush sa base ng kalaban. And I don't know why Pechay sila nag-post. So siguro dahil they imagine Pechay or they're planting the pylon photon cannons. And he really, sneaks under the radar ng kalaban niya when he plants this photon cannons sa base. Secondly, hindi lang Pechay King yung tao kay Risk Taker. May iba pa siyang alias. He is also known as the DT. The DT man. Speaking of Pechay, may Pechay na pala just outside the natural of Pytix. And this is going to delay Pytix a little bit, pero ayun nga, wala pa rin gas, kaya wala siyang siege tank or potentially any dropships to actually move out to the map. Now, ang ginagawa ni Risk is preparing himself para sa kanyang true alias, which is the carrier king. Let's call him the carrier king. So Risk is very fond of doing 1 base carriers or 2 base carriers or any form of carrier rush. He doesn't care if you're Zerg, if you're Protoss, if you're Terran, he will always go for carriers. So maliban sa Photon Cannon, maliban sa Dark Templars, he's also known in the Filipino community, casual community, for utilizing carriers a lot. And I'm not even exaggerating. We literally mean it when we say a lot. Almost all the time. In every single game, makikita mo may carrier. Kumbaga, if you play against Risk, hindi siya nag-carrier, that's probably a fake account na kalaban nyo, hindi yun si Risk. Or, baka pinapilot na yun sa ibang tao. Anyway, two zealots went in the base to do some harassment, but there are just too many marines, and he'll be able to push back those zealots. Pero grabe no, economic damage. While si Risk, is he building up his tech? Finally, ito na, my cybernetics core. And yun, if I were Petix, I would build that factory ASAP and actually take a command center over here ASAP. Pero of course, syempre, nakakagulo nga naman ng diskarte yung ginagawa ni Risk, no? Catching Petix off guard. So if suddenly may ginawa sa yung kalaban na totally unexpected, sometimes it can throw you off and masisira diskarte mo. Now, I'll just check the chat for the time being. Now we have, yeah, si Newbie and Stabili tayo. Ouch, fake account. And si Hexa, naglaban kami one time ni Risk. First time hindi siya nag-carry. Okay, sige. So we give you that Hexa, no? Kasi nga, pinagsabihan na siya. Pero, pag wala nakabantay, if, sabihin natin, if, iba sa mundo, if hindi ka makokonsensya, if wala kang konsensya, if you're free to do the things you want na walang konsensya, say the things you want na walang konsensya, probably you would be robbing other people's stuff, no? Wanting to get rich, say out things, say mga rude things na disrespecting other people kasi wala kang pake, protecting yourself, hurting people just for whatever, no? Yung desire mo for power or greed, probably gagawin mo yan if wala kang konsensya, wala kang good moral. And in this case, no, bakit ko minention yun? In this case, kung walang nakabantay kay Risk, walang nagsasabi sa kanya, oy, huwag ka mag-carrier, he will probably sneak in a carrier whether you like it or not. So, ganun niya ka-love ang carrier, mga kapatid. It's like calorie deficit kung hindi siya mag-carrier. It's like, sabihin mo kay Risk, mag-diet siya ng 1 week or mag-fasting siya. Fasting and abstinence ng sa laro ng StarCraft, pag sinabi mong wag siya mag-carrier, it's just totally out of character. Now, speaking of out of character, no, these photon cannons are slowly getting out of control. Now, Petix decides to float the CC somewhere else. Kaya lang, if Risk decides, no, he can actually just intercept with a few zealots para hindi maka-farm, hindi maka-forma si Petix. Now, finally, we have that factory up for Petix. This is probably going to be siege mode and a siege tank being produced. If hindi yun ang pinili niya, I don't know what he's thinking. Yun lang masasabi ko. Anyway, in this side of the map, yun na, ang kanyang phase number 2, ang alias number 2, the DT. Mahilig gumamit ng DT si Iron Risk Taker, and also fond of using High Templars and Storms. No, even if you're Terran, even if you're Protoss, especially if you're Zerg. Now, speaking of, meron DT na kalusot, simply because walang turret, meron lang isang turret, and he's going to take that siege tank, which is very, very crucial para maka-move out si Petix. But, Risk is smart enough to pull that DT back. Kaya lang, nag-send siya ng second DT, nag-donate siya kay Petix. Probably naawa siguro si Risk. Nag-donate na lang siya ng DT. Kahit hindi naman magagamit ni Petix. Siyempre, hindi alam ni Petix na donation yung DT na yun. Kaya pinatay na lang yung DT. Anyway, DT doing some harassment dito sa barracks. Once Risk kills this barracks, hindi makaka-produce ng additional factories si Petix. Now, finally, we have that siege mode and the DTs are in range of the turrets. So, definitely, mapapatay ng siege tank ng turrets. Ngayon, we also have the scan. So, the DT should just be pulled back. No, just do damage somewhere here or itambay mo na somewhere else or maybe find this command center. Ngayon, maybe Risk forgot about the floated command center ni Petix and now it's slowly building up some SCVs. So, for the meantime, Risk has already taken a second base and if gusto niya mag-carrier, this is already enough to start the 2K's carrier build. Ayan na nga mga kapatid, Fleet Paycon is finally being built. So ayan, okay, supply DT is just harassing, no? making Pitik's life miserable dito with these DTs. Anyway, check ko yung chat. Bakit binaban yung salitang nga? Parang naging racist daw. Yung tinype ni Hexa, the word NGA, nga. Racist daw. Baka na misinterpret ng Twitch as something else. Yan series ko lang konsensya. Okay, anyway, ito na nga. So, yan ang sinasabi ko, if you lose at barracks, wala kang choice. Pero may barracks naman siya dito eh. I don't know bakit siya nag-barracks ulit dito. Ipitix. Going for a bio. Malazern, yung kalaman. And a factory. What a build, no? So, like I said, no? Creative si Pitix maglaro. He doesn't play standard. He's just plays whatever. Now, speaking of, yung gagawin ni Pitix, will it be enough to handle the carriers when they arrive? Of course, if Kalat, probably Pitix has played against or with Risk during team battles. Pero I think this is the first time they're gonna go in one-on-one. Just today. Maliban sa previous game and yung game right now. Ito lang yung mga instances ng one-on-one. And dapat he should know by now that Risk Taker loves to take risks. And actually go for your fast carriers. Ngayon, third base is up. Wow, impressive kay Risk, no? Protoss being Protoss. Risk Taker is actually playing Protoss like how Protoss is supposed to be played, being greedy, greedier than the Terran and being annoying, no? The way Terrans hate Protoss, lahat ng bagay na mapapamura yung Terran against Protoss, ginagawa ni Risk Taker right now. Okay, so you might be wondering, where are we at in this game? I would say, from the tech alone, and from the harassment, and from the positioning, we could not argue siguro na Risk is way ahead. No, just with these carriers alone. Look, wala pang Goliaths, there's no armory, just a few turrets, and Marines lang yung anti-air and turrets. If these carriers grow in number, wala, kakainin lang niya ng buhay ang buong base ni Pitix. Ngayon, Pitix spending resources on spider mines, no? Vultures for spider mines, because he's assuming na baka may DT pa na darating. Not knowing, yan na yung mga flying bananas ng Protoss. And there you go, the first attack with just 2 carriers hitting the first siege tank. And of course, if ikaw yung inatake as Terra, normally nakakapanik nga kapag inatake ka ng carrier, parang nagpapalpitate. Dumidilim ang buong mundo mo once carriers start hitting your base. As you can see, carriers have a very very long range, no? And they can stay protected while still harassing with their interceptors. And of course, interceptors, pag napatay, they cost money. So, it's still some kind of value kapag mapatay mo ang interceptor. But again, you have to make sure that Protoss army is also, or rather, Protoss economy is getting hit or is depleting. So, yun yung challenge dito. To fight against carriers, actually, it's both an economic game and a game of, really good control and macro to create those Goliaths to be able to deal with those carriers. Now, the carriers are going for the only expansion of Pitix. Okay, I'm surprised na these few Marines and few turrets are actually doing a good job para hindi lang basta-basta matake si Risk Taker. Or is it? No? Yeah, they're actually killing interceptors. Yeah, surprisingly, they're nakaka-hold ka naman. Well, kasi dalawa pa lang. Pero once dumami na, yan na ang Dark Templar. Like I said, guys, no, like yung ginawa ni Tak Cruz. That's why gusto ko yung ginawa ni Tak Cruz kanina na pinagsabay niya yung carriers with ground army para balance. Because carriers alone can just be countered, no? Like, pwede siya ma-storm, walang support. But this, with ground support, even if mag-Goliaths yung kalaban, it will be annoying to deal with. You need to scan, you need to target carefully with your army. No, especially if you have Goliaths. Excuse me. So anyway, where you at? So, more flying bananas are being produced. From the side of Risk, may isang hindi gumagalaw na Stargate. Now, Risk is at 3 base and all 3 bases are mining gas. Grabe, look at the economy of Risk. Petix is just floating. He could be panicking. Hindi niya alam ang gagawin. There's just too much harassment going on. May DT na, may carrier pa. Kulang na lang dito mga arbiter river so storms yun lang. Dahil magiging full-fledged Protoss ng galawang Protoss yung ginagawin ni Risk. Now, more carriers. There are now 4 carriers attacking Petix base. Petix is in a lot of trouble. Definitely, sobrang laki ng advantage ni Risk right now. Parang yun, may nagsabi ka Risk. Wait, masahe ko na yung chat. Kala nung Terra naka-recover siya, may parating palang carrier. Yeah. 4 na sana carrier bago ilabas. May nagsabi ka Risk, ilaban daw agad kahit 2 pa lang. Ewan ko sino sabi. Yeah. This looking like GG, no? We're just waiting for mannerable GG from Petix. Kasi wala na to. Ayoko na laro ito kung ako yung Terra na. Wala, diba? Protoss is just happily farming. Naglaro lang siyang design your home. Kung gusto nga ni Riz, takupin niyo. And finally, ayun. Alam ko nag-GG na siya ng Petix. Si Takrus pa rin yung nag-GG sa observer chat. Wala na. There's just too many carriers. Hindi mo na yung papatay. And you don't have Goliaths. You have Wraiths. Okay, maybe you could try. And kumukuha siya ng cloak. But it's too late. You've already suffered too much damage. Just too many carriers. Pero, sige, let's give the benefit of the doubt. Maybe kaya niyang patay ng carriers kasi wala naman siyang observers, no? And maybe maka-expand ka. So nakita ni Risco, look at that probe harassing and abusing Terran being Terran with his Protoss prowess. Papatayin ni Risk. Ang sing, that SCV. 1 kill on that probe. Grabe. Masyadong bastusan na tong Protoss, mga kapatid. It's just bullying. Risk Taker is just bullying Petix right now. Pero, sabi ng Raids, hindi, papalag kami. But, there's an observer. Ready ang observer to deal with this Raids. This is just GG, mga kapatid. Petix has hardly any minerals left. Mauubos na rin ang kanyang minerals sa kanyang main base. And, finally, GG Squad, nag-tap out si Petix. This is just way too much to handle. And it's now a 2-0 in favor of Risk. Congratulations.